Hey, everybody. Welcome back if you're returning. Welcome if you're new here. And thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome to my new office, at least one corner of it. So, I had mentioned in Sunday's video that you would not be seeing that background again. I have moved. I'm in a new zip code. I should have to edit a lot less now. Completely different home environment and love it. Love it. It has been a busy week, a lot of tough choices, but I walk my talk. And I thought I'd share that. We're all still learning and growing, right? But we're being called right now, especially energetically, to really review and release the things that are no longer serving us or are detrimental to us. And those decisions are hard and we can feel stuck. We're only stuck until we make a choice. And the most difficult part about making a choice is not knowing the outcome. And that's where our faith and our trust in the higher power is going to be tested in those moments. And it's knowing the universe, higher power, source, God, George, will never ask you to release something that is meant for you. Meaning that only the things that are not meant for you will fall away when you're asked to release. And if they do fall away, it's in your best interest. And by not making a choice, by not allowing these things to flow, by grasping onto what we want to keep, we actually stop our own growth. We shut down our own opportunities. Sometimes we just got to take that leap and see what the hell happens. And I'm happy to report that in my situation, I took the leap and it's working out beautifully. So don't be afraid, especially right now. Like I said, we're in this space energetically with the astrology. I'm filming this the day before the Virgo lunar eclipse, so this is a big release energy. So I just encourage you today, if you feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, get out of your head about it. Don't be looking at all the potential outcomes. What is the best choice for you? What is the best thing that you can do for your mental, physical, emotional health? Pull the trigger, make the choice, make the decision, do the things, and know that at the end of the day, however it plays out, nothing that is meant for you will ever leave your life. There may be a period of time where things are different, or you may be taking a break from that thing, but if it's truly meant for you, it's coming back. It's yours. The more we sweat it, the more we stay wrapped up and entwined in the mental noise, the harder it is to make a choice. And the more fearful we become of the potential outcomes because we're blowing it out of proportion. It's like the face your fears thing. Because you don't know yet what's going to happen. It's scary and it's hard and oh my God. Well, then do it. See what happens. It's not so scary after that. Anyway, I'm going to get our topic from the Rebel deck, not the Rebel deck, the Wisdom of the Oracle. Let's see what we got for today. That was a repeat. I'm not going to do that one again. Let's see. Yang. Yang. Okay, you know what? This is timely also. Yang is our masculine energy, fire energy. That's the, like, our masculine energy is more, and when I say aggressive, I don't mean like punch you in the face, which technically that too, but go out there and get it done. And it's funny that we were just talking about making decisions, making tough decisions. That is definitely something where you need to be in more of your masculine energy and in your power, and knowing that you are capable of making decisions. You are capable of dealing with the outcome of your decisions. And I mentioned that tomorrow is the lunar eclipse in Virgo, and we're having a solar eclipse in Aries, fire, masculine, total yang, 2 weeks after that. So when I tell you astrology has been so helpful to me in recognizing patterns of behavior, uh, moments that are best for taking action on different things. So we've got the Virgo eclipse, which is that releasing, right? Making choices, really letting go of the things that don't serve us. 2 weeks later, we have a solar eclipse in Aries, which is about the individuals, the first sign of the zodiac. It's impulsive, it's uh, got drive, action. Right now, we're reflecting, revising, reviewing, got planets in retrograde. There's a whole lot going on energetically, or you may be feeling that pressure about something and not sure what to do. Well, you need not worry because Yang is coming in 2 weeks. So, uh, one of the things that I recognized about my situation, and again, our astrological cycles, they go in cycles. They're fairly fixed cycles for the most part, predictable. When we become aware of that and how that energetically affects us here, we can use that to help us identify our repeating patterns. Because oddly enough, 2 years ago, I was in almost an identical situation. I did not make this choice the best choice for me. I made the best choice for the people around me. So the universe said, I guess she's still stupid. Let's give it a few. Because it was right at the Venus retrograde 2 years ago. So this year, Venus goes retrograde. The universe is like, so, is she still stupid? And I went, no, not this time. But because I was aware of the energy and the astrology, and it actually, looking at that 2 year period is what helped me identify where I had let myself down before, and that I was getting an opportunity to not let myself down again. And with the yang energy, because we have this release, this rock in a hard place, tough call, tough choice. What am I going to do? How am I going to release the things that are no longer serving me? Because that's hard. It's hard. And a lot of times we can avoid the hard by staying busy or pushing it down. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. Everything that we fail to address is going to come back. And it may come back, like for me, almost an identical situation. Unreal, honestly. That it could be different people, different times, different places, but the dynamics were identical. Identical. So, think back 2 years ago. What was going on for you then? Is it anything like what you're dealing with right now? Was there a choice that you did not make because it was too hard? You were afraid to make that decision. And now looking back, you realize that had I just made that choice then, it could have saved so much difficulty. Because now we're getting the opportunity to revisit those things and make different choices. And that can be, like I said, we really get bogged down in the action part. So right now, by the time you see this, it'll be about a week-ish before the solar eclipse. Right now, backup is coming as far as your drive to actually stand in your power, say no more, and make that tough choice. And when you do, when you actually make the choice and the whole world doesn't blow up and life goes on and you feel happier, you won't regret it. It's being on this side of it where we're in fear. And it's that trust. We have to trust ourselves. We have to know and be able to trust in ourselves that we're going to make the best choices for ourselves. Ultimately, at the end of the day, regardless of all the other parties involved or the fallout or whatever, you are responsible for you. And you can't expect other people to make choices in your best interest if it's not in their best interest. So sometimes it has to be you saying, look, no more, I can't. I'm out. I'm sorry. Be over there. Because it impacts how how we act and how we come across to the world in every area of our life when there's one part of it that we're letting slide that's insulting to us, overly demanding, not our problem. If we're allowing that energy leak in one area of our life, that falls over into others, and it's having that balance in our lives, which is another thing that Venus is about, is balance and harmony. We cannot be in harmony if one part of our lives is absolute chaos. We've got to address that. We can't ignore it. We can't hide from it. We can't keep ourselves busy so we don't have to think about it. The sooner we recognize, you know what, here we go again. I've been here and done this before, and I did not make the decision that I thought was best. I'm getting the opportunity now to make the decision, make the hard choice, show the universe that yes, I do respect myself, and I am not going to settle for less than I deserve. It is not my place to take on other people's lives and responsibilities. I'm going to choose what's best for me. And when you do, the universe applauds. They're having a fucking party up there. This is a time of karmic rewards also. And when you show the universe that, hey, I'm not stupid anymore, I learned, I did, you get rewarded for that. So while you're on this side of the decision and you're afraid and you're not sure what to do, if you stay where you're at, how's that going to work out? Imagine 5 years from now, you don't do anything. You don't make the hard choice. You know you probably should, but you're afraid of how it's going to play out, what other people will think, how it will affect other people. But the best thing for you is to make the hard choice. How's it going to feel in 5 years when you don't make the decision? As opposed to making the hard choice, eating some fallout for a brief period of time, and then being on the other side of that where you have your peace, you have your harmony, you have your balance, you have your sanity, because that's the yang. And so where I'm going with that is take advantage at this time of having the energetic influence of what's happening in the astrology to help you with the action part of it. When we are having to make bold, decisive choices that people are going to push back. When you want to do something that is not beneficial to everyone else, even if what that situation is not your responsibility, people are going to push back. They're going to argue for their side of it. And I'm not talking about like screaming and yelling, arguing, but just like attorneys in a courtroom stating their case. This is why you need to do this. No, I don't. What have you. You can find a peaceful resolution, but that Aries energy is going to help you stand firm and no, because the Aries is the sign of self. And so we're coming out of this whole, we were in the we, me axis. Now we're going into, because that's where the Aries Libra was our last nodal axis point. Libra is we, Aries is me, and it was about relationships and how we interact in relationships and energetically looking at balancing the we and me. This is the final eclipse in Aries, so this is where we get that shit right. And that's what we're encouraged to do right now. And when you do take the steps to get that shit right, you will be rewarded. I mean, my God, if not just getting your peace back, is that not a reward? I mean, anything on top of that is like a cherry on top of the cake, right? I'm like, universe, hey, look, I've got my piece. So anything else you give me right now, good, good. And I want to share that to encourage you, because I know a lot of times people will write books or give presentations and they've learned from a book. They're reciting what they've learned from a book, and I'm reciting my life's bullshit and how I've figured out how to overcome it. I feel you, okay? And I am still out here in the trenches. Like, I didn't just like figure it all out. God, no, we never do. Miley's Miley's contributing. Oh, but I'm with you. So, if you could share in the comments below if you have become aware of an area of your life where you're being called to make a tough decision, and because collectively we all go through this together, guys. It is not, I mean, that whole we are one, we are all connected is so true. So, when one of us is struggling, generally it's there's a lot of people facing the same thing. Now, it's going to look different for everybody. Your situation may look nothing like my situation, but the feel is the same. And that's why I walk my talk. I'm still out here fucking up to learn more. And when I do, I try to share, because if I figure it out and someone else hasn't figured it out yet, when I share my story, that may click for them. And they don't waste as much time figuring it out as I did. And that's like, as a parent, my son, I was like, look, kiddo, you're going to benefit from all my fuck ups, okay? I'm going to tell you. You're probably still going to do it, but because I've already told you, it's in the back of your head somewhere, you're going to go, oh. And so you're only going to do it once, maybe twice, but you're going to catch on a lot quicker than I did. And you won't end up going to college in your 40s trying to figure out why you're drowning in your own bullshit. So, at any rate, oh, additional side note. So, with my new place, I thought I would also add to my wardrobe just some inspirational stuff because of that whole overgiving thing. So, instead of writing it on my forehead, it's on my shirt. A reminder. Primarily be kind, but if you need to, yeah. So, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this helps, and I will talk to you soon.